this is the measurement I'm going to make use of. Half length 16, under bust 14, nipple to nipple 9, then the bust measurement at 8, then the shape or the waist is 34. So the first thing I need to do, I will make sure that I'll confirm the length that I need. I'm looking for what? 16 half length, then I'll add 1 inches to it, making it what? 17. Automatically I'll be taking 17 like this. Then these 2 inches here that you're this line that you're saying, this is my zipper allowance, because I'm cutting it with the back. So I'll be having this as my shoulder line. Then the next thing, I'll take my what? My under bust measurement, right? My under bust measurement was what? 14. This is a 14. Then my half length was what? 16. Then the next thing now, for bust under bust of 14, the bust point is what? 11 or 10.5. That is the bust point where the nipple is. 11 or 10.5. So let's say I'm making use of 10.5. Then how to get your upper bust now? You take from the bust point now, you measure to what? To your under bust. I'm having 3.5. Then the same thing, I will take the same 3.5 here. Then I'll be having my upper bust. Right? Then the next thing, I'll take my shoulder measurement. My shoulder measurement, which is the back, is 15 plus half inches, making 16. Then my armhole measurement is 8. My armhole measurement is what? 8. Then from here, I'm having 8.5 for the shoulder, which is the back. Then I'll take the same 8.5 here. Then I'll have straight line here. Then the next thing, I'll come down here by what? By half inches. Then I'll connect it to the neck point. Then the neck depth now is 4.5 by 7.5. This is my neck depth. So on this back shot, there's how I'm going to add the kind of edge of the lace here. So I have to take 1.5 inches out of it later. Then here will be my edge of lace. Then the next thing, I'll mark the shoulder slant now, which is with that half inches that I was having. I'll have the shoulder slant. Then the next thing, I'll take the bust measurement. The bust measurement of 38 divided by 4. Look at how I'm going to divide it. I'll just take my 38, divide by 4. Then I'll mark it on this, my armhole measurement. Then the shape, which is the waist divided by 4, which is 34 divided by 4. I'll still come with using my tape without necessarily using a calculator. You divide it by 4. I'm having this, which is 8.5. Then on this particular down part, I'll add 1 inches to it for the dart. So I'm not going to create any princess cut for the back. So I'll use the nipple to nipple now, which is the 4.5. Here is my dart line. Then I'll come the down part. I'll come by 1 inches. Then I'll have my dart intake here. Then I'll input the allowance, which is 2 inches allowance. Then using that curve ruler, I'll get my basic back. So this serves as what my basic back now. So the next thing now is the front part, which is the breast coat. To get the front parts now, I'll just trace the I'll come up by 2 inches, serve as my allowance for the front. Then I'll trace I'll trace it out this way. As you can see now, we are having normal basic body now. This is your normal basic body now. So the next thing I need to do, I have to input all those nipple line, those points. This is my my under bust. This is my bust point was 10.5 that time. Then my upper bust, I took the 3.5 that I'm having here up here. It serves as my my upper bust. Then I was having these lines here like this line like this, right? So if it is princess breast cut, I'll took the armhole measurement that I'm having, divide by 2. I'm having 9, divide by 2, give me 4.5, right? This way I got the 9 by using my tape. This way I have the 9 divided by 2, I have 4.5. This where the princess cut will start. Then from this nipple point now, I get me. That's when you take your nipple to nipple measurement, which is the 9 inches that I was having. The 9 inches that I was having, look at it here, 9 divided by 2 give us 4.5. Then on this half length, you minus half inches out of the 4.5 that we are having. I'm now having 4 here. Then on this the half length, I'm having the same 4 inches. Then this is how I connect it. Do you understand? This is how I connect it. The next thing, to get the cup out now, to get the breast cut out now, you have to make use of these 3 lines, which is the half length, the bust point, and the upper bust measurement. So what I need to do now, I'm going to give for this bust of 38, I can leave it 2 inches because the woman is not that busty. If the person is busty, I'll take it 2.5, right? So 2 inches. That 2 inches now, it affects from the half length to the under bust, right? Then I'll come down here by 1 inches here, 1 inches here, another 1 inches here, right? Reason, because if you connect it directly to this place now, you may have the bust will be pointing. So in order for the bust to give you that front curve, you have to start the curve from here. Can you see it now? Then on this upper side now, you can come by 1 inches here. Then this other curve continue. Can you see it? So that's how you get your princess breast cut. Then just let me cut it out first. Then from the center point now, that's why I add these 2 inches. From the center point now, I'll come down by 1 inches. Because sometimes by the time you join this breast cut now, you discover that the side will be shorter because of this effect of this curve here. So to get it balanced, you have to come down here by 1 inches. Then you minus the 1 inches from here. You can see what I'm talking about now, that this particular side now is shorter than the center front. Then once you are through with this, like this, the next thing, you bring them close to each other, you take half inches from here, another what, half inches from here, to intersect them this way. Can you see it? You intersect them this way. Make sure that you still maintain these your lines. Now at this junction you have what, sorry, now at this junction you have to what, you have to intersect them like this, half inches here. Then no need for you to calculate anything again, just bring the back and place on top like this. Then you get your measurement back like this. So as you can see now, this is the center panel of the breast skirts. This is the side. Can you see it? Then this is our basic back. Then as you can see, I never draft the neck because of I need to trace it on the lace. So let's get down and trace it on the lace first.